Что, еще раз пройдем гитину в ред? Я решил записывать все свои прохождения. Микрофон криво стоит. Мой прошлый рекорд 22 минуты.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute.
Я не умею пользоваться
If
никакими
you won some money
сокращениями.
at the casino and then put all your winnings on
Шок.
red, but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before
Может
a
быть.
wedding and then immediately dropped
Позже
food.
научусь. Может
If
быть.
you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view, starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back.
Не
I'll
пытаюсь.
be here.
Это лучше.
All right. Thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. And don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes. This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002
Долго
called
прохожу ничего.
Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
Там сокращения есть, надо
In
когда-нибудь
a
ему
certain way,
научиться.
Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In
Энергия.
it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer.
Первое сложное
And that act
время.
of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the
Хорошо.
way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of
Быстро
people
прошел.
never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once
Очень
you have the
хорошо.
correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in
раза.
Sexy Hiking is real. The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this
Что
mountain.
потихоньку?
I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring
так.
myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle
Так
was
вот,
my fault
не так.
as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to
Это
climb,
неприятное местечко.
and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Мне оно не нравится.
When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden
Я
and
обычно
set
дольше на
until they're
фонариках сижу.
immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change
Сейчас
the
быстро
world,
прошу.
not without breaking it into pieces,
Что ж
and
такое?
starting fresh with new ideas. For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink.
Нормально.
Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the
Подойти.
context of technology, those moments pass by in
Под
seconds.
краешку. Развернуться. Поехали.
Over time, we've poured more
Хорошо.
and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and
Можно побольше
untainted
сделать.
and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash. But only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music, B philosophy. Maybe this is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted.
Чё ж так быстро-то,
There's
а?
3D models of
Помедленнее.
breakfast. Gen X's fanfic novels, Scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots. with
Тихонько, это
unbranded
комод,
adverts
он
and
скользкий.
canned shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed gifs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten,
Хорошо.
untitled. Everything's fresh for about 6
Апельсинка.
seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh.
Люблю
And
апельсины.
there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style,
Так, вот это сложное
out of
место.
sight.
Первый прыжок.
In this context, it's tempting to
Первый
make
прыжок
friendly
здесь реально
content
сложный.
that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the
Остальное
landfill,
легко.
filed in with the bland things? When games were new, they wanted a lot from you. Daunting you, taunting you, resetting
Хорошо,
you,
отлично,
blaming you.
отлично. Вообще,
Players played
класс.
stoically. Now everyone's turned off by that. They want to burn through it quickly, a quick fix for the fickle, some tricks for the clicks of the feckless. But that's not you, you're an acrobat. You could swallow a
Нет.
baseball bat. Now I know,
Наконец-то
most
здесь
likely
просто
you're
нужно
watching
делать
this
все
on
медленно.
YouTube or Twitch, while some dude with 10 million views does it for you, like a baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's culture too. But on the off chance
Вот
that you're
так вот,
playing this,
нежненько.
what I'm saying is, trash is disposable, but maybe it doesn't have to be approachable. What's the feeling like? Are you stressed? I guess you don't hate it if you got this far. Feeling frustrated? It's underrated. An orange is sweet, juicy fruit locked inside a bitter peel. That's not how I feel about a
Никаких
challenge.
резких движений.
I only want the bitterness. It's coffee.
Медленно.
It's grapefruit. It's licorice.
Надо упасть.
Oh, you just lost a lot of.
Не так же, а?
That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
Четыре сложных места, я считаю. Фонари, апельсинка, первая ледяная гора, вторая ледяная гора, остальное херня. Для меня. По крайней мере. Испытываю таких больших трудностей с остальными местами. Так приятно наблюдать за тем, как ты, прогрессируешь в чем-то. Буквально 2 дня назад я и подумать не мог, что я буду проходить Getting Over там за час или вообще за 20 минут. Здесь главное сделать хороший прыжок. Не такой. Комод скользкий. Вот такой. Блять. Вот. Здесь тихонько. Много мебели. Хоба-хоба. Все. Снова здесь. Ты чего, а?
Sorry about that.
Раньше было лучше.
Oh, it happened
Пиздец.
again. Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you.
Так себе иду. Блять. Место на меня заебало. В первом прохождении тут 2 часа сидел, пиздец. Апельсинка. Здесь вот здесь вот в краешке есть зацепчик, блядь, в этом каркасе металлическом. Я обычно с него зацеплялся и падал на коробке. Начинается. Давай еще раз. Опять здесь. Как-то близко слишком зацепился, мне кажется. Нормально. Два последних камня самые сложные. Потому что они самые круглые. Самые вертикальные. Что ж такое-то, а? Почему я откатываюсь? Блять. Такое хуёвое место.
It feels like we're closer now. Composer and climber, designer and user.
Замечательно.
You could have refused, but you didn't. There was something in you that was hidden, that chose to continue.
Вот это вот место осталось. Сложное. Наковальня. Достаточно легкое место. О, как я хорошо прошел! О! О, еще никогда такого не было. О. Наковальня тут просто прыжок нужен сильный. Шарики легкие. А гора, ведро, все. Вышка легкая. Обычно там я намного дольше. Запись идет. Запись идет. Вот так вот, хорошо. Главное это все делать спокойно, правильно? С чистым разумом. С спокойной душой.
It means a lot to me that you've come this far, endured this much.
Так, сейчас будет снеговик, это самый сложный прыжок.
Every setback you've forgiven me is a
Хорошо.
gift that you've given me.
Хорошо. Вот сюда вот поставить. Развернуться. Так далеко. Я, разумеется, не спидранер. Такой одаренный человек. Но я считаю, что получается у меня неплохо. Замечательное ведро.
We have the same taste.
Ведро может быть одновременно и самым легким, и самым сложным. Как повезет.
An obdurate mission to taste defeat. You'll feel bad if you win, so I put this snake in for you.
Далеко слишком. Да, понял. Ой, сильно, ой, сильно, ой, сильно. Ох, блядь. Хорошо. Замечательно. Просто великолепно. Осталась гора и вышка. На горе нужно либо полагаться на рандом, либо делать все очень медленно. Мне кажется, на рандом будет проще это делать, если честно. Тут есть невидимые выемки, в которые молот пролезает. Если запомнить, где они находятся, можно проходить все это дело очень ловким образом. Здесь вот есть выемка. Вот внизу где-то. Вот здесь.
I think not. Where your hand moves, the hammer may not follow, nor the man,
И
nor the man's
там
hand.
подальше.
In this
Перед самым концом есть выемка.
his intent, the embodied resolve in his uphill ascent.
Не спешите. Все хорошо. Очень хорошо иду. Недолго был в начале. Несколько раз упал с апельсинки, а так просто великолепно. Там вообще мест не осталось. Одна вышка. Тут музей не считается. Тележка. Ух. Ну все, самое сложное позади. Самое сложное давно позади.
Now, you've conquered the ice cliff, the platforms, the church, and the rectory, the living room and the factory, the playground, the construction site, the granite rocks, and the lakeside. You've learned to hike. There's no way left to go but up, and in a moment, I'll shut up.
But let me say, I'm glad you came.
Ох как. Ох как. Вот так вот. Притянуться. Приятно. Блять, вот эта лампочка. Уинить. Мешает зацепиться. Сесть тоже. Все мешает. Лампочка позора. Оу. Здесь это была моя ошибка. Быстро очень. Что-то я спешу. Сколько? 23 минуты. Ну, уже дольше. Уже не ПР. Всё. Блять. Подожди. Что я натворил? Так, какие меня тянет наверх. Что за траектория? Ужасная. Давай, протяни меня, пожалуйста. Спасибо.
I dedicate this game to you, the one who came this far. I give it to you with all my love.
Все. — 24 минуты.